The purple sky above planet Xerion turned dark as fragments of the shattered moon began falling like deadly rain. Commander Zara of the Veltharian fleet watched through her ship window as the crystal shards pierced through the atmosphere. Each piece glowed with an eerie blue light that made her silver skin tingle with fear. Her second-in-command, Lysa, rushed to her side with panic in her large violet eyes. "The crystals are everywhere, Commander, and they are burning through our shields like acid," Lysa said, her voice shaking. "Our scouts report that anyone who touches them dies within seconds." Zara felt her heart race as she looked at the tactical display. 47 ships in their fleet, and all of them were trapped in this deadly storm. The crystals contained some kind of energy that their advanced technology could not understand or stop. Every attempt to collect samples had ended in disaster. Suddenly, their communication officer, Nira, called out, "Commander, we are receiving a transmission. From an unknown ship. It appears to be of alien origin." On the main screen appeared the face of a strange being, with pale skin and small brown eyes. The creature had hair growing from its head and wore a simple uniform. Zara had never seen anything like it. "This is Captain Amy Rodriguez of the Earth vessel Horizon," she said in a calm voice. "We detected your distress signals and came to assist." Zara stared in disbelief. This alien called Amy looked so different from her people, who had tall, graceful forms and metallic skin. The Veltharians were known across the galaxy for their beauty and advanced technology. Yet this primitive-looking being offered help. "You do not understand the danger." "Captain Rodriguez," Zara replied, "these crystal fragments are lethal to all life forms. Our most protected suits cannot shield us from their energy." Amy smiled, which confused Zara even more. "We humans have been studying your situation. Captain, we believe we can help, but we need to work together." Before Zara could respond, alarms began blaring throughout her ship. The crystal rain was getting heavier and their shields were failing. Lysa grabbed her arm. "Commander, we have maybe 10 minutes before the crystals break through." That was when something impossible happened. Amy Rodriguez appeared on their ship through some kind of transport technology. But she wore no protective suit at all. She walked calmly through the corridors as crystal fragments bounced off the walls around her. When a large crystal shard flew directly at her, Amy simply reached out and caught it in her bare hand. The deadly fragment that had killed dozens of Zara's crew members sat harmlessly in the human's palm, glowing softly. "How is this possible?" Zara whispered, stepping back in. Amazement. Amy looked at the crystal with curiosity. "We think it has to do with our unique biology," she explained. "Humans evolved on a world with many different energy sources. Our bodies adapted to handle various forms of radiation and energy." Nira, who had been watching from the bridge, gasped. "Commander, she is not dying. The crystal is not harming her at all." Amy nodded and began collecting more crystal fragments from around the ship. Each one she touched became calm and stopped glowing with dangerous energy. "I can neutralize them, but I need your help to understand what they really are." Zara felt a mix of fear and wonder as she watched this small alien being handle the crystals that had terrorized her entire fleet. The human moved with quiet confidence, showing no fear of the deadly fragments. Together they discovered that the crystals were not weapons, but seeds of life from the destroyed moon. They contained genetic information from millions of species that had lived there. Amy's touch somehow activated their dormant state and made them safe. As more human ships arrived, Zara watched in amazement as Amy's people worked alongside her crew. The humans were smaller and seemed less advanced, but they possessed abilities that her highly evolved race could not match. The crystal rain began to slow as the humans collected and neutralized each fragment. Amy worked tirelessly, moving from ship to ship in the Veltharian fleet. Her touch saved not only Zara's people, but also preserved the genetic legacy of an entire world. When the last crystal was collected, Amy stood with Zara on the bridge looking out at the cleared sky. The human had saved 47 ships and thousands of lives with nothing but her bare hands. "Why did you risk everything to help us?" Zara asked, still struggling to understand. Amy looked at her with those strange brown eyes. "Because that is what humans do," she said simply. "We help others even when they are different from us. Zara realized that despite their advanced technology and beautiful forms, the Veltharians had much to learn from these remarkable humans. The galaxy was full of wonders, and sometimes the greatest strength came from the most unexpected places. The crystals now safely contained would be planted on new worlds to grow into forests and gardens carrying on the life of the shattered moon. And it was all possible because one human named Amy Rodriguez was brave enough to reach out and touch what others feared. As the human ships prepared to leave, Amy turned to Zara one last time. "Remember, Commander," she said, "the universe is vast and full of different kinds of strength. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply extend your hand." Zara watched the human vessel disappear into hyperspace, carrying with it a lesson about courage that her people would never forget. The crystals of life were safe, because sometimes the greatest heroes come in the most unexpected forms.